And then I'll share my screen. The Twitter simulcast is live. YouTube simulcast is live. And now we can go ahead and hit the screen share. And we're in business. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to This Week on Playback, the live podcast where I, BTow, give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of what we're doing on Playback and also recap what went down last week on Playback with all of these awesome clips that you guys are posting. Like, shouts out to all of you, first of all, before I get into the rundown. We've seen such an uptick in you guys creating clips, tagging us on socials. It's been awesome to see. We're seeing stuff start to go viral on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, like all that stuff. So really want to shout you out and like keep up the good work. Keep bringing the clips, keep bringing the awesome moments, and make sure you tag us when you do. What's going on, Ashwin? What's going on, Max? Go Tribe. So the rundown for this week. What is rewind mode? You're going to find out. I got my boy, head of product, Kevin Kaiser himself, who's going to hop up and give us a little sneak peek into rewind mode coming to Playback. I also teased this at the top. We do have an interview with Playoff Sports Network. So I believe we have both Jacob and Caden from Playoff Sports Network coming up to talk about an awesome, awesome network of Playback channels that they've been able to put together. And as always, we'll wrap this thing up with an AMA where you all can ask me anything. Just keep it respectful, of course. So let's go ahead and get into our normal segments of This Week on Playback. First, starting with the clip of the week. Our clip of the week this week comes from RT with RT. That's Real Talk with Real Talk, for those of you that know. The clip is titled Luka has 20 points in the first quarter. Comes from last night's Lakers-Nuggets game. So let me switch over this screen share and let's check out this clip.
Player, but against us, he wants to be MJ. There's one.
What? Oh my God!
What?
Oh no! We're going to the finals! We're going to the finals! We're rolling that one back. Rolling it back again.
There's one.
What? It starts so calm.
What?
Oh no! We're going to the finals! We're going to the finals! Oh, that clip is absolutely incredible. I love that clip so much. Shouts out. Real Talk with Real Talk. Winning the clip of the week. Those Lakers are they're on a roll. I gotta say, I did see some Austin Reeves, Pistol Pete Maravich comparisons. So the Austin Reeves comparisons just keep getting crazier. Like as the weeks go on, those comparisons just keep getting out of control. But shouts out to you Lakers fans. You guys are in a great spot right now, and that clip's all. I love any clip that starts at like volume level 0 and then ratchets up to 1 trillion, because that's kind of how I watch sports myself. So I see a lot of myself in that. So shouts out Real Talk with Real Talk for winning the clip of the week. I will go ahead and share our slideshow again. Oh, reminder, again, I've already mentioned this before, but tag us when you post your clips. Post them across all socials. We are at Watch Playback. Make sure you tag us so you can be featured here on the clip of the week segment. And also, you know, we open up these This Week on Playback streams every week, watching clips. So we can also watch your clip here at the front of the show. So make sure you do create those clips, post them to socials, and tag us when you do. The tip of the week this week. We're going to get a little deep here. So the tip of the week this week is to be conscious of the Pareto principle. So the Pareto principle is also known as the 80-20 rule. And what it really says is that 80% of your value is going to come from the top 20% of your viewers. So really what you should be focusing on is keeping the top 20% of your viewers happy, making them feel special, giving them an extra bit of attention, and really even ratchet this up for your top 1% of viewers. Really go above and beyond. So if you see folks that are tapping in with you every stream, you see folks that are really interactive in chat, you see folks that are always retweeting you, that are pushing your content, that are really showing you support, those are the people you want to lift up. Those are the people you want to highlight. You want to make them feel really special. That is where you should be spending a vast majority of your time and effort, is making sure your super fans feel the love in return. So be conscious of the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. They call it the few, sort of that really move the value of your room. The vital few, I believe, is the terminology. So make sure you focus on the vital few and spend most of your energy there. If you're able to make them happy, I'm pretty sure you'll make the rest of your audience happy as well. So be conscious of the Pareto principle is the tip of the week. Lastly, the word of the week. And this will go hand in hand with when we get Jacob and Caden up from Playoff Sports Network to talk about what they've been doing here on Playback. But the word of the week is network. And communities that work together absolutely thrive. So definitely want you all to think about ways and explore ways you can, add communities to your network or collaborate with communities that already exist, whether that's, a playback room that already exists on the platform that you think would fit well with sort of your community. Or if it's someone that you see on social media or in real life, and you're like, hey, this person would be a perfect playback creator for XYZ reason or for XYZ team or for XYZ sport. Take them under your wing. You guys are the playback experts. You guys can onboard folks. And if you need our help, my DMs are always open. Hit us up in Discord. You can email me, brandon@playback.tv. If you need me to help show someone the ropes, to help sort of push them over the edge to get started streaming on Playback, always happy to make myself available. So definitely want to call out that building out networks has been a great way for communities to grow. And it's a really good way to leverage each other's audiences as well. So you'll see us lean into features like room raids or collaborative streams and things like that. But in the meantime, continue to build out your own network of playback rooms to make that work in your favor. And with that, we can get into our first segment of the rundown. I'm going to need my guy, Kaiza, the head of product, to go ahead and hop on stage with me. Man, you're quick. You have your finger on the button that whole time?
BTow, I'm always ready to join you on stage.
Apparently, I love it. What's going on, my man? Looking good.
Great to see you. Great to be on this week on Playback, as always.
Always good to see you too. Looks like the crowd's firing you up, so you're popular, man. And I have a sneaking suspicion you're popular because people don't know what the hell rewind mode is. So do you want to give the people a little info here?
Yeah, chat. What do you think rewind mode is? Curious if the name is meeting people's guesses. I gotta say, I'm still shaking from the Real Talk with Real Talk clip there. That was next level.
That clip is that's an A1 clip right there. Like that's my style of clip. So I will also try and pick different styles of clips. So keep posting your clips. I'll get some more muted reactions and things like that. But yeah, my heart rate's probably in triple digits right now, Kaiza.
Same. I'm seeing some good guesses in the chat. So let's get into it. Let's talk about rewind mode. So today, we're going to talk about this new feature that's going to allow you to control the playback of your stream. No pun intended. As a viewer, you will now have more control. If you missed a moment in the live stream, if you want to go back and rewatch something, or one of our favorite use cases, if you are watching an NBA game with somebody else, maybe you don't have League Pass, or it's a national game and you're watching it on your TV or another tab in your browser and you just want to sync up. That's one of the things we've heard most, is that people really want to be synced up. They don't want spoilers if they're watching the game somewhere else. So before I show a demo, I just wanted to share some important context. Hopefully I'm doing our dev team proud by explaining this the right way.
If you're not and they're in the room, hop on stage and cut Kevin off if he's not doing you justice.
Exactly. But I'll start with a big kudos to the dev team, because the liveness of Playback is very different from the liveness of a typical live streaming app or platform. So live streaming is normally a buffered stream where you're downloading a version of that stream at all times, and you're typically watching it on around a 10-second delay, 5-10-second delay. And that's why your messages in chat on YouTube or Twitch or some other live streaming platform are always going to have a delay. So it'll take the person on the stream a little while to react to you. But on Playback, it's more like a game or like a video chat where it's instant. There's practically zero latency. So that bit of context, I think, explains a little bit around why our execution of this feature of the ability to rewind is a little bit different. So that's a bit of context. It will also tee up something else we'll be announcing after this demo, but let's do a little live demo here.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I should also say it's not quite live yet, so this is a dev build. Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Who's that handsome dude in the main stage
Hey, look
hero?
at that guy.
Look at that guy.
All right, let's check into our good friends from Chelsea Central.
And shut it before the season starts. And
all right, so we're watching the live stream. You'll see over here, we've got rewind mode. So I'm swapping into rewind, and now I have total control to go back anywhere I want in the stream. And I have the ability to make little adjustments, pause, play, customize some of these settings. And if I want to, I can still kind of see what's happening in the live chat. I'll see chat messages in the recording that I'm watching. I can close chat if I don't want spoilers. And then at any time, I can jump right back into live, as easy as that. And that is rewind. It's same functionality on mobile and desktop. So hopefully for those of you who are live streaming NBA games or other sports that we may be talking about soon, everybody should be able to sync up with you now. And for those of you who are late to the show, often I'm late to start watching a Warriors game. You can catch up and then tune into live as soon as you're caught up. So
sounds like a great feature for this week on Playback, man. You show up a little bit late, get yourself caught up real quick.
Yeah, that's key for me. Or those of you who want to skip commercials or whatever it is that you do. This is going to be rolling out very soon, probably by the end of this month. So stay tuned. We will announce as soon as it's live. Excited to get your feedback. Now, there's one other related change that we're making as part of this. So I'll go back once again to that context of how live playback is. We have been adding a 30-second, maybe even 35-second delay to our NBA broadcasts. And the reason we're doing that is because we know that the sync use case is important. We wanted playback to be behind the NBA broadcast you might be watching on your TV or streaming in the NBA app. And so we added 30 seconds of delay so that you could delay your TV to sync up with playback. But now that you can pause and rewind playback, you can sync playback up with whatever stream you're watching elsewhere. So we're going to remove the 30-second delay, and Playback's NBA streams will be the livest NBA stream in the world. I was testing it this week. I was 15 seconds ahead of the NBA app. I was about 30, 35 seconds ahead of YouTube TV. So for those of you who really want to be live, if you're sports betting or whatever it is, you just want to be the quickest to react, and your community cares about that, get them into your playback room because you're going to have the livest stream in the world.
The livest stream in the world. We got to do some branding around that. Got to put that on a t-shirt, man. Livest NBA stream in the world. So with rewind mode and sort of like NBA streams in mind, if I'm not an NBA League Pass connected playback viewer, is there any, does rewind mode have any sort of use cases for me?
Yeah, actually, great call out. And I see Ari has a good question here from the chat. In the first version of Rewind, it doesn't include the NBA stream just yet. So this is probably best for somebody who doesn't have access to the NBA game and they want to sync up playback to their other tab or their other TV if they're watching the NBA game somewhere else. But we will be adding NBA broadcast support in replays and in rewind. So you will be able to do that too if you want to rewind while seeing the NBA game. It will be supported for every stream. You can rewind every stream. It's just the NBA broadcast specifically will not be in the first release, but we'll be following up with that.
And I'm also going to drop a link here. As with most of our features, this is another one that came from a lot of feedback from our users. So I dropped the candy link. That's Kevin's home away from home. That's where you can drop all your product feedback. Kevin's checking this stuff all the time. Our guy Kaiza here. So please do hop in there. And even if you don't have like feedback or a suggestion to give us, there is an entire list of suggestions that we've gotten already. So go ahead and drop your upvotes in there for things you want us to prioritize.
I think Weisberg is asking if this is basically like a live VOD. The answer is yes. We'll basically be giving you access to the replay in real time so that you can watch it while the stream is happening instead of waiting for the show to end.
And sorry if I missed it, but do we have a timeline yet? I think I saw Ari in chat say it's technically difficult, but is there any timeline yet for including sort of like the actual sports broadcast in this feature?
Not yet. I think we have some exciting other projects kind of in motion over the next week or so, but I think we'll probably be prioritizing this soon after that.
We sure do have some exciting stuff in the works. So make sure you're here next week, next Thursday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, to get the goodies when they drop, to get the news this week on Playback. You have anything else for these good people on rewind mode, Kevin? I'm going to check chat in the meantime to see if there are any other questions.
Yeah, let's see if there's any other rewind questions. Niner Nation asks if this is for channel owners. So this version of rewind is for all viewers. So if you're watching, you'll be able to rewind the stream on your own. It's not going to impact what others see. But I've also heard requests from creators that they want to be able to specifically rewind an NBA game that they're watching. So maybe during a commercial break, they just want to move the game back to the last play before the break and rewatch that with everybody in the room. That's not covered in this release. This release is about rewinding the entire stream as a recording that you're watching individually as a viewer.
And by the way, folks, if you do have any questions on rewind mode, now's the time to ask them. More general questions, we do close this week on Playback with an AMA. You can hop on stage and ask me that stuff or drop them in chat at the end. Playoff Laker Zone says during a coach's challenge, rewinding would be super cool. Completely agree. Completely agree. Lots of moments, right, during sports that we would love to rewind.
That's for sure.
Max asks, might have already covered this, but what happens if I'm watching 10 minutes behind and the stream ends? Can I still watch or will it kick me off? So creator ends the stream. What happens?
Yep. You should still be able to watch that rewind if you stay in the room. You can keep watching until the end.
Love it. Just don't refresh, says Ari. Don't refresh. Well, hey, really appreciate it, Kevin. Thanks for teasing rewind mode for these good people. I know you're not going to be here for our special episode next week. So what do you want to let these good people know before you hop off?
Once again, hit us up in Canny if you have requests. And I look forward to rolling rewind out to everybody and seeing the feedback.
I love it, man. As always, appreciate you joining me, Kaiza. We'll be talking to you soon, man. That was Kaiza, head of product here at Playback, teasing rewind mode for all of you good people. Hopefully you guys like that feature. So yeah, we should be releasing that in the next couple weeks or so. Don't want to jump the gun here. Ari, maybe say in chat if we do have a timeline here, but you guys should see rewind mode coming to a playback room near you pretty soon. All right, with that, let's go ahead and get my guys from Playoff Sports Network up here. Hit me with a stage request. Caden and Jacob. There's Jake. There's Caden. Stage requests have been accepted. And this is when we cross our fingers that the mic works first try. Jake, can you hear me?
Yeah, it definitely works. I can hear you.
What's going on, Jake? What's going on, Caden?
You guys
Fellas, boys. It's
Good to
weird
see
doing
you
this in
again,
like
Brandon.
public. We usually do this
I
on
know.
our
It's all
Zoom
behind the
calls or
scenes.
Google Meets.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you boys doing?
Good, man. It's a good day. March Madness is here. I love the new features you guys were talking about. The rewind is super helpful for us for sure. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about all this.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we're excited to release it. And our dev team's on fire. I feel like every week I've got something to tease here on This Week on Playback. So shouts out dev team for that. But let's go ahead and get into this interview. So for those that don't know, Jake and Caden run a network of playback channels called the Playoff Sports Network. And it has been incredible to see you guys put this together. Like genuinely insane how well you've done this. So do you guys want to talk about sort of where the idea to put a whole network of channels came together and sort of how you guys went about starting to pull it off?
Well, I can say first, and then I'll let Caden go. So I approached Caden in August 2024 with this idea of what happens if we do something where you can have a full network of every team and each one is its own community that exists on all social media. So that community, let's say for the Boston Celtics, exists on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Playback, YouTube, everything, right? What would that look like? And Playback was an app that I'd heard a lot about for a while, but got more used to in, around August, July last year. We really wanted to take advantage of the features on this app and kind of use it as the building block, the main space for a community. This is the best way to have a community. We believe this app right here. So we were really excited to start it up. We started Playoff LAL, me being from LA and a Lakers fan. We wanted to do the Laker room first. Caden's also a Lakers fan. Then we got into adding some of the other rooms. We had a great talk with Chewy, who's in the chat and he changed his room to Playoff Kingdom, became a part of us. Magic, Celtics, Pistons, Thunder.
Heat now, right?
Heat now, brand new. Like it goes on and on. Grizzlies was another big one for us.
Did I see the Dodgers pop up too, maybe?
That's our newest thing, Brandon, is we're so happy that you guys have now added or about to add, we'll keep it on the down low still, MLB.
Appreciate you.
Because with this season coming up, all of us baseball fans like Caden and I, we are really excited to watch baseball live on this platform as well. So we are adding Dodgers, Red Sox, and Braves to start the MLB season. We're thrilled. We're going to try to build this whole idea of a network into all 30 teams for the MLB, for the NBA, and we're really excited.
I love it. Caden, next question's for you. You guys, Jake just rattled off a really, really impressive list. Like that was probably almost a dozen rooms deep, right? How do you guys go about, one, sourcing the talent, and then two, onboarding them as far as, letting them know what Playback is, how it works? How are you guys managing that?
Yeah, Jake and I do a great job kind of separating the task in between people. But we do a really great job reaching out people and trying to tell them about Playback. A lot of people that we've talked to on social media are not really aware of it. So by us showing them these ways that you can watch games live with each other, being able to clip with each other, it's kind of this great thing that a lot of people still haven't heard of, but we're trying to bring as many people over, creators wise, from their certain team. And then from there, helping them kind of build up their communities within their team. So it's kind of Playoff Sports Network, all the teams, and then all the creators, and then everyone having their own community. So it all just flows perfectly together.
Absolutely love it. And whichever one of you guys wants to take this question, I mentioned sort of like collaboration, right? Being able to do in the future, we're thinking about room raid features, sort of like collaborative streams, things like that. Is that anything you all have thought of across your rooms? Maybe if it's like a Celtics-Lakers matchup, is that something you've tried or thought about yet?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that, Brandon, because last night there was a Lakers game and we were having a great time doing that. The game ended and the Grizzlies game was still going on. Now, we love our Grizzlies room. We love all our rooms, and Caden and I are fairly unbiased fans because we like the entire league, but we do understand that people are passionate about their one team. So we went over to the Grizzlies room. We sent everyone in our room over to that room and kind of rated it like that example you were saying. And we're just kind of talking smack, I guess you could say, but going back and forth with the Grizzlies creators on stage. And it ended up being a ton of fun. Like people really, really like that on both sides. And one of the conversations we had with you just mentioned collaboration streams. That's something that benefits us when that feature rolls out so heavily, because for the last Lakers and Celtics game, we did do a collaboration stream, but we did it all on their room. So it was all of us and our viewers went over to their room and did it there. And it was fantastic. But the ability to do collab streams where both rooms are live, almost like you've seen on Twitch. If I give the example of like, if it's Kai Cenat and Phantom and Duke Dennis, and they're live on the same stream, but in their own rooms doing different things, like literal rooms, that's something that's going to benefit us so much, having this whole network. So we're like very, very excited for that, and to get all 30 NBA teams so we can all work together, because that's our biggest takeaway, right, from all of this is if you have a network of people you can work with, everyone's going to grow and thrive and you can support each other. And that's what we've been doing here.
Absolutely. And that's honestly, like, you wrapped it up in sort of like a perfect little nugget there. That's exactly why I wanted you guys to talk to the good people here on This Week on Playback. Is I've seen you guys putting in this work and really seeing the benefit of it as well. And yeah, I really do think like it is a great way to show off just like how powerful it can be if you invest the time in starting to build out these like this network. So really kudos to you guys. And again, being out ahead of the MLB stuff, I saw the Dodgers room pop up. I was like, these guys are on top of it as always. So absolutely love to see that. Always want to leave a bit of room here at the end to let you guys talk about what you want to talk about. So if you guys have, if you guys want to plug your playoff sports rooms, I know you got a lot of your community in here, go ahead and start plugging your room in chat. Drop those room links in chat, playoff sports communities. But if you guys are looking for other team-based communities that you want to call out, you guys got the next few minutes. The floor is yours. What do you want to plug?
Well, I'll say we don't need to plug a link, because this is a unique situation where if you go on Playback and you go to the search bar and type in playoff, you will see a lot of them. That's why we use the same naming conventions. Certainly Chewy has his link in the chat. Chris, I see, is putting the Laker link. But there's so many links. And Caden and I, the main point, Brandon, is we care about all of them growing. We've never put the Lakers one ahead of the other ones, even though we are also Lakers fans. We want to grow all these. Caden, anything else you want to talk about here?
No, I think you kind of hit it all, but it's definitely great building up this community with everyone. And it's definitely great to see. We had a Detroit Pistons stream yesterday, and we also had like 6 Lakers fans in there that would never watch the Detroit Pistons until now. So it's really fun to see people of other teams being able to go watch other NBA teams.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, hey guys, listen, chat as well. If you're a team-based creator and you search playoff from the Playback Discovery channel and you don't see your team, might be worth hitting up Jake and Caden to see if you can join the Playoff Sports Network. See if you're a good fit, because I know you guys have basically, you guys probably have about half the NBA, right? At this point, I
think we have a third of the NBA, but it's like the crazy, and that was a great like call out again by you, because one of the other things is, let's say you looked up like playoff, like Memphis for the Grizzlies, and you're a Grizzlies fan watching this. We look to add people to all of the teams too. So we're not looking for it to be 1 or 2 people who run a room. We want a huge collaboration effort within each community. So if you're someone, we don't even have a playoff Sixers yet. I know they're not in the playoffs this year, but that's
you telling me Paul George quit his podcast for nothing?
Listen, I'm trying to talk to Paul George about maybe running our Sixers room. We'll see if that happens.
I love it. But hey, listen, all you creators out there, if you maybe don't have the time, resources, whatever the case may be, to really run your own channel, what better place to look than a network like Playoff Sports Network? And if you're a Playback creator that does have the time and resources to start building out your own network, take the advice from Jake and Caden here. Like they are absolutely rocking it. They're rocking it. Hey, fellas, I
Appreciate
really
that.
appreciate you joining me here on This Week on Playback. Really appreciate it. We're going to have to get you guys on once we get like milestones, once you guys get like half the NBA teams, we're going to bring you back on. And then once you have all the NBA teams,
Yeah,
we're
let's
going to
do that.
a
Let's do
playoff
that.
sports network
Absolutely.
That's a
hash.
good plan.
Hey, fellas, really appreciate it. We'll catch you
course.
next time. Thanks for joining
Yeah,
me.
sure. Thank you, Brandon.
That was Jake and Caden from Playoff Sports Network. Those guys are awesome. We talk almost every week, I think, and they are really putting in the work. And it's really been awesome to see them, for me to see them get the benefit of that, to see the payoff. So shouts out Jake and Caden. Thanks again for joining me. Let's go ahead and wrap up our episode this week with our AMA. You can ask me anything. I will take stage questions first. So hit me with those stage requests. If you're a little bit too shy, you can keep your camera off. And if you're super shy, hit me with some questions in chat. I'll go ahead and spotlight them before I answer them. So hit me with some stage requests, folks. Come on. This also makes me think, I wonder if we still have Kaiza in chat. This also makes me think maybe some like AI avatar or something for the stage might make people a little less hesitant to jump up. Here we go. We do have a stage request. Kaiza Bot says yes. Mike Weisberg, my guy. Even though he's a Celtics fan, we still love him. He's our guy. Mike, I accepted your stage request. Come on up. What's going on, Mike? Welcome to This Week on Playback. What's your question, man?
2 questions. One, I know we had an issue with some spam earlier in the week. One, to kind of get a feeling on that. I know that it may be a couple of users, but I think it is important to kind of address big picture. Because apparently the spam was using a VPN. So that's the first thing. And as a bigger thing, I know kind of on background, community clipping is kind of out there. Any update on that as well?
2 great questions. And actually, your first question, appreciate it, Mike, was something that I actually meant to address at the top. So Mike's first question was about sort of this account impersonation we've been seeing. So what we've seen, and I posted an announcement in our Discord. So if you haven't seen that announcement, go into our Discord and check the announcements. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, discord.gg/playback will take you to our Discord. I'll drop that in chat right now. But basically what these folks are doing is they're making playback accounts that look really similar to creators that are already in your room. So they might replace like in a lowercase L with a capital I, right? Or they might replace like, basically characters that look similar. And what we've seen is that people have been giving them the creator role, and then all chaos sort of happens, right? They're either deleting the room or ending streams, starting streams, right? Things like that are happening. So first and foremost, just want to call out, definitely be vigilant right now in who you're giving your creator roles to. Anyone with the creator role has all of the permissions that they need in the room to wreak havoc, right? So do try to not give out the creator role if at all possible. And if you are giving out the creator role, make sure you double, triple check the username that you're giving that creator role to. And also on our end, as called out in the Discord announcement, we've already started implementing features to help you guys like basically notice when you might be giving a creator role to someone that shouldn't have it. So we are putting in some fail safes for you guys, but until we're able to get all of those in place over the coming months, just be a little vigilant, right? Do a little bit of extra due diligence in making sure that you're giving the creator roles to the appropriate accounts. Great question, Mike. Looks like, and I'm going to answer are you going to answer the second question, Kevin?
Oh, the second spam part 2?
No, are you going to go spam part 2? I'll answer his next question after that. He had a question on, I'll remember it here in a second, on a feature of community.
Yeah, I wanted to tag on because there was like a second case of spamming going on. Like one was the example you shared, which is diabolical. And the second one is people that are basically evading room bans and are just going in and spamming things. We've definitely been looking into that, and we're tracking it down, and we see exactly what's going on. next steps there are adding some layers of security. There are some just basic things that platforms layer on as they become more mature. We don't love working on security instead of adding new features, but that's just what you have to do as you mature as a platform. So yeah, rest assured that we will be adding a few other layers to protect against things like spam, things like banning, room ban evasions. So stay tuned for that. But I appreciate you being patient because this is the kind of thing where we just keep adding layers. There might not be a silver bullet immediately. So just keep reporting things to us. We'll do the best we can to help out. But yes, stay tuned for us to add those extra layers of security.
Yeah, and yeah, you called out. It's not fun, as Ari knows. And Ari actually spotlight message. Make sure you have mods you trust to quickly delete and ban spammers. Really good call out from Ari there. Also, Ari knows my favorite exercise is going through sort of like chat words and trying to figure out what kind of stuff we need to ban and what kind of stuff we need to allow. It's really fun exercise to go through, looking at all the stuff some of these degens send in chat. The second question that Mike had was on community clipping. Definitely something that we're working on. Don't have a time frame for you yet, but look for us to absolutely launch community clipping. And Ari, if you do have a time frame, definitely let us know here in chat. But I have not gotten an update on a time frame for that. But it is one of the projects that we are prioritizing here. So it's on its way, Mike. It is on its way. We have another stage request from EPL Daily. EPL Daily, your stage request has been accepted. Come on up.
Yes.
What is going on, my man? Welcome to This Week on Playback. What's your question?
Thank you, bro. How you doing? I hope you're good, bro.
Hey, appreciate you joining me on this, Thursday evening for you.
Oh, come on, guys. All the time, man. Big up Playback. But yeah, guess what? I think the updates have been very fantastic. I love the way you guys have been attentive to, upgrading the app, making it better.
Appreciate that.
And, it's growing all the time. And I feel like this summer and the next few months, Playback's about to explode even more. So everyone stay tuned, keep supporting, keep streaming. Lots of good things are coming. I had a few suggestions I feel that could also improve the app. One of them was if we go to another stream or another platform, I feel like it's a bit hard for people to also click. Like there should be an option where, for example, you have Instagram, Twitter, you can click follow, right?
Mm-hmm.
If someone commented or something like that. But on Playback, when we go to other streams and that, it's a bit hard for people to also engage in terms of becoming a member of another person's platform. So maybe we should introduce something where, let's say we're on stage on a different platform or in a chat, whatnot, it gives other members to just have access to go directly to the page and also become a member, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about that, but that's
Yeah, so I'll answer that one really quickly. I think right now our functionality sort of to drive your traffic to other places that you're live or even other places you're posting VODs or even like the text-based platforms like a Twitter, right? Is through your community profile. And it actually was the tip of the week last week to make sure you complete your community profile. You can link out all of that stuff in your community profile. So occasionally when you're live on Playback, a good call to let folks know, hey, go ahead and click our room name to head to our community profile and follow us on our socials. And the other call out there is a link tree is helpful to drop in chat. So if you do want to just link all of your socials to a link tree and drop that link in chat, another good way to do that, but certainly hear you on getting like an actual integration going. And again, just want to point out EPL Daily, I dropped it in chat. And for all of you guys in chat, that Canny link is the perfect place to drop your product feedback. That's where we're going to take a look at all of it. We're going to prioritize it. So if you want us to take a serious look at a product suggestion, please drop it there. That is where we look at all that stuff. And EPL Daily, I know you had one more suggestion for us. So go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I had another interesting suggestion. So the gentleman that was on here that was talking about the NBA, and the different teams and whatnot. I had an
Yeah,
idea
Sports
in
Network.
regards
Yep.
to I had an idea in regards to the football. So on Playback, when you look at the football community, I would say maybe the Chelsea fan base do run it. We have the biggest fan base on the Playback community, and maybe followed by Liverpool. And I think last summer we did had a few Arsenal people on here. But I think going forward, to make Playback even more enjoyable and fun and get it back to, more members, more people using it, I feel like maybe we should introduce something where we have fan channels. So, for example, all the members that are part of different communities and us that support one club, maybe we can have like one whole big community where on some
Love it.
days or some weeks, members can host live streams and it's connected everyone. So like every single channel, right? Let's say EPL Daily, Chelsea Central, PYS, Alex Goldberg, for example. We all have one community because we're one branch, one football club, right?
Yep.
And we
No,
have
makes sense.
access to like host streams on, let's say, special occasions, whatnot. I don't know how it would work because I know you guys are magic at these type of things, and
Yeah,
and
I
I
leave
feel
that up.
like
I leave that up to our design and dev teams.
yeah,
But I love this idea where, like, if I'm a Chelsea fan, right?
yeah,
I know there's a Chelsea channel that I can
yeah,
go to, and then either I can go to individual content creators within
yeah,
that Chelsea channel, or maybe the content creators are collaborating. Maybe Chelsea's got a
yeah.
big match, a big fixture that you
Big
guys all
fixture.
want to collaborate and have
We all
everyone on the same
collaborate.
stream.
Yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
makes perfect sense. More members, more
Yep.
people.
I'm gonna ask you
Everyone
to
has.
do me a favor, EPL
Yeah,
Daily. I'm gonna ask you to do
yeah,
me a favor.
yeah,
You see that candy link in chat? I really need you to hit that link and
yeah.
suggest this, because I am gonna instantly go upvote it if you do. I will
No
go
worries.
upvote it right now.
Yes, I'm gonna do that right now.
Hey,
No
appreciate you,
problem.
my guy, EPL Daily. Always giving us some good suggestions, as are a lot of our users here. This is how we build the app, through your feedback. And you guys have not failed us yet. So we'll just keep this rolling. The club network idea is awesome. So please do EPL Daily. Drop that in the product feedback. I will go upvote that right now. Hit me with a stage request if you have another question. I will go through chat right now looking for some questions. LC51 says possibly locking link posting to certain roles. Yeah, looks like Ari actually already responded in chat that is a top priority. So certainly looking to do that. Also want to shout out Dan, the Lakers fan. We feel the love, and it is mutual, my man. It is mutual. It looks like we don't have any more questions. So if that's the case, we'll give you guys 15 minutes of your Thursday back. Appreciate you all joining me for another episode of This Week on Playback. Again, a really, really big episode next week. You're not going to want to miss it. Same place, same time, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, here on Playback at playback.tv/playback. I'm your boy BTow. I love all of you, my Playback players. We'll see you next week. Later.